stream, and now I start streaming to YouTube. Nice. And now it's considered a new broadcast. Awesome. So I can leave the Twitch stream up, and I just have to restart the YouTube one, which isn't too bad. I just have to click end stream, change the settings, start a new stream. Oh, I'm getting a text message. All right, there we go. My parents had some questions, but I answered them, so we're good. All right, Library of Ruina. Here we go. Like a play with mods is one of the default startup options on Steam. There we go. Game window. Nice. You look into the mud? No, I forgot again. I have the tab open actually, and I have not actually sat down and dug through it. Whoops. Look at there.
Open the...
Yeah, I can't. Can't play that. Probably gonna get DMCA'd. Alright. You do have an open tab. Yeah, there is progress. That's true. Alright, we got audio. We got video. I think we're good. The game window is kind of awkwardly large, so I can't see my model and chat at the same time. That's probably fine. I definitely can't go smaller because this UI is already so tiny. Alrighty. Okay. I have any books to burn? I probably took care of that last time. I don't remember. I don't think so. Alright. I've unlocked quite a few floors now. Unlock all middle floors. Rise the rank of Urban Plague. It'll be a plague. In the Book of Unknown. The third episode of Yasad's story. The third episode of Malkuth's story. Played an act after 3 librarians have reached emotion level 2. And so we've only got 1 floor where we have 3 librarians now. So theoretically we could do that, but that would have to be a long fight. This just needs progression, I guess. Next section unlocked. Did this one already? Yeah. Yeah, looks like it. Book of Lulu, Book of Mars. Have those? We do. Cool. Alright.
언제까지 무릎 꿇고 버틸 거야?
YS Section 6 Fixers. Isadora. Can't kneel forever, you know? Son. Streetlight operator. Beg you, my juniors. They're all dead.
그 말만 몇 번째야.
Said that a million times by now. It's gonna ring in my ears for days.
나도 알아.
Look, I know what happened. Your crew all died on a trip to a place called the Library. I had to request his wife for support. I want to retrieve their books at least.
무작정 협회 본사까지
Barging into SYHQ to beg like this is not the right way to do it.
알만큼 아는
Come on, you know better than that.
이사도라.
Isadora, please. Let's help him out just once. Could we at least request our superiors to review this case? As for South, Fixer associations are usually separated by which quadrant of the city they work in. That makes sense. So this is why South, Section 6. Yeah, Julia. Julia, I know you're friends with this idiot, but even then, you should not act upon friendship or attachment. The whole system could collapse otherwise. I'll be filled with all kinds of miserable folks, begging and pleading for help. You may be a low-grade pipsqueak, but you're still Zwei's associate fixer nonetheless. You better remember what you learned today. But I'm responsible for this case, and the association is responsible for it too. No one on our records does it say that Zwei is involved in this case, though. I have no idea what you're talking about, miss. So that's how it is. Use us as you please, then turn your back on us so easily. Hey, you're putting the blame on the wrong people here. Even if such a deal did take place like you said, you must have demanded or at least expected a corresponding reward. That's what a deal is, after all. Use the association as much as the association used you. You don't get to talk like it was a one-sided extortion. Come on, let's not act like rookies now. You've been in this business for 8 years. You should know how things work by now. Isadora, you don't have to be so harsh. You all started out as office mates. I'm just frustrated. I don't want to see him in such a wretched state either. Sorry, I understand what you're trying to say. You're right, that's how it's always been. I'll go look for another way now. Son, I'm so sorry. Never thought it would turn out this way. Oh, do you look at that? Now this is the proper procedure I'm talking about. The Hana Association just elevated the library from urban myth to urban legend. That means our association can now officially act on this case, right? Well, yeah, but we still don't know Zwei's stance on it yet, so don't get your hopes up, alright? Thank you, Isadora. I really owe you one. And apologies for laying my burden on you. It's nothing. All I did was compile information following procedure and send it to the higher-ups. Certainly have been reports that several other syndicates and offices fell victim to the library, although they were mostly insignificant fledglings. It's all thanks to the masterful data analysis by your lovely Isadora from Section 6 that it could be handled so quickly, right? That's my girl. Cute. Fine, believe in whatever you want. Anyway, do you still have that invitation with you? Looks like an association is about to make their move. Things will be different from now on. How much of a difference does that make? The guests you've had so far all gave us a visit out of casual interest or curiosity, but our future guests will have a clear goal in mind involving the library. How so? A case officially recognized by the associations is guaranteed to be rewarding, and money attracts an awful lot of attention. The scale of our affairs is only going to escalate from here, like it or not. Our threat level or importance is still probably on the lower end, but we'll nevertheless get all sorts of people trying to unravel the mysteries of this place, as long as the associations have an eye on us. I like the sound of that. We can make more valuable books out of them. I still have a lot to see and learn. I've been wondering for a while, what's stopping you from leaving here? I am under a curse. A deep, ancient curse. That is what's attached to me. No being that isn't human can walk out of this place. Besides, I don't want to leave this place until I've had my revenge either. It's not too bad so far. And I've been actually quite delighted lately. It's been full of brand new things, unlike the prison that was my past life. New faces, accumulating knowledge, intriguing events. I like this abundance of freshness. I want to know more. I'll keep learning and learning, and as I learn, I might finally figure out why I had to be subject to such torment. Guess I gotta work harder then. Can't leave here as long as you can't, you know? Hey, if we get to leave one day, why don't I take you to a place I frequent?
식당을 말하는 거야?
You mean a restaurant? Yep. I make some sick meat stew there. One of the secrets to that stew is the giant tin pot they commissioned T-Court to customize. Boiled me with some water for just 10 seconds in that thing, and you get tenderized meat with a rich broth that you normally only get after 3 straight days of boiling. You have a time-traveling cooking pot? Creating a taste that's so rich in such a short time is what makes the restaurant so hot. The only issue is the prices are a bit high. Spent half of my last job's payout on a single meal one time, but it's totally worth it. City's weird, don't worry about it. Yeah. No, the city's weird. And is well established at this point. Alright, are you incapable of eating? Sorry for bringing up useless words, ma'am. There are plenty of other places you'd love to visit, so I'll make sure to give you a tour through the city, ma'am.
음식을 먹을 수는 있어도
I can eat, but I cannot taste the food.
하지만 가능하다면
I do wish to try dining like you people do if I get a chance, though.
뭐가 되었든
In any case, we need to finish the task at hand before anything.
그리고 스튜는
Let's do. I'll keep that in mind. Alright. 2 floors, 1 act. There's Y crew members. That tracks. Okay. This is currently our best team. I would assume it's probably Hod or Roland's teams. My difference in HP. 65 versus 30. You new? You're new. This is the default loadout, it looks like. That's why your stats are so low. Many librarians as you can, yeah. There's she gets 2 actions though, so she's almost like 1.5 librarians there. Yeah, we'll do Roland's team. See how it goes. Okay. I also fall into light and hand issues. Yeah, that makes sense. We had some other passives that increase light generation, that would be perfect. Alright, we got very much outspeeded, okay. I want to see where everyone's aiming. There we go. So, you got 3 speed, Roland, so you could hijack her attack. For 1 HP upon winning a clash. Interesting. You're gonna do a dodge and then 2 attacks there. 2 to 3, 1 to 4. This is a good chance of beating those. Maybe not the dodge. I don't think I have anything that can hit an 8 here. We'll try that. I like the music. Okay, 2 to 4 defense, 3 to 5 attack. I'm gonna easily break through that defense, yep. 3 to 5. I kind of just even out here. It's only 1 attack. I could ignore the defense. 3-4 defense versus a 3-5 attack. Those aren't great odds. I think that probably better. 2 attacks, a 1-8 dodge, then 2-3, 1-4. 3-6 is my best chance of beating the 1-8, probably. 1-4 attack isn't terrible. Be able to block that second attack, and then we just take damage there. Try that. Okay, so 3-6 attack versus a 2-4. Nice. 2-6 defense versus a 3-5 damage. Neutral, perfect. That's not a 5. That's not a 5. Ouch. Lost that one big up. Rolled an 8, a 7 on that dodge. That's unfortunate. Yep. That's just a trade. Ooh, we are just getting outspeeded left and right. Okay. At least no one's getting ganged up on here. Only have to deal with one at a time. 1 to 10 defense on Clash would boost next guy's max value by 3. Ouch. So that could be a 4-8 and a 3-4. Then we just have to hope that they roll low on that one. We're just gonna be taking a lot of damage there. I don't think there's any way around it. Four, 5, 2, 5. It's not great odds of blocking that. 3-4 defense is definitely not blocking a 4-5 attack. I guess theoretically it could, but I don't know. That looks dicey either way. Dicey. We are rolling dice here. Yeah, just see what happens. Probably not great odds. Start a page with the lowest cost and restore 2 light. That's fun. I want that card. And a 3-5, 3-4 attack. That's pretty good. So we can block that first attack with the 4-5 defense. And a 3-5 is slightly better. I might successfully counter. That's 1-8 defense. Over dodges. Flaming bat. It's a 7, yep. Rest in peace. Ouch. Make it on burning their books, yep, that's the hope. 4, roll 5, nice, okay. Beat that one. Dodge, dodge, counterattack. Beautiful. Successful attacks on the same target, less stagger damage, 2-5 less damage from slashing attacks. Increase max HP by 15%, gain 1 to 2 speed. That's useful, because our speed has been a problem so far. Boost Roland. Okay. So we need to do 25 health damage here. 3-5, 3-5, 2-4, 3-5, 3-5. Yeah, okay, so just demolish that guy. All these 1-8 dodges. Just gotta roll better. Got all 1-pointer abilities. It's not really helpful here. 3-4 defense. That is a pretty good chance of blocking that second hit. Assuming we win the first hit. I guess we'll try it. All this fainting. Very rude. 2-3, 2-3. It's even odds. Got so much light points. Okay. And 3 damage. Not dead yet, but he is burning. I rolled a 7 on the 1-8. Yeah, okay. Finally, they rolled poorly on the dodge. That was a 1 on the 1-8. Ouch. It could be worse. Okay, 1-2 strength at the end of each scene. At the end of each scene, if the librarian did not deal any damage with offensive dice, it was 25% of their max HP. That could be rough. Let's just roll in defense against slashing. How's that rank 2 motion? Okay. We can't redirect any of these attacks, so you're just gonna take a bunch. What's your best defensive option? A 2-6 defense. Unfortunate. Good luck. Alright, if we can just do a little bit of health damage here, we'd be set. You're weak to piercing, right? Yeah. I want you to do a decent piercing attack. Try that. And then you just got a simple 3-6 slash. Okay. I feel like I can do something about that. $35 is not better odds, but it's something. Yeah, okay. Failed that. Ouch. 3, I can roll better than that. Nice. 4, dang it. Do not defend. One down. Ooh, they move so fast. Okay, roll in to peel this one off. You're doing so much light. 3-5 and a 3-4. Slightly better odds with the bat counterattack. You're weak to slashing. Only have one option here that does slashing. I'd be able to dodge that. It's not great odds, but it's definitely possible. Alright, and then you're doing a 3-6 attack. Just gotta roll good. Only one attack though. Could do a 1-8. I just hope I roll well on that. Alright, and then you just get free damage on someone. Eventually. You're weaker. This does all 3 damage types, so it doesn't matter. That's a max roll. Yeah, no. Sorry, Evangeline. Tie. Did not dodge. Unfortunate. But now we get a whale on them. Staggered. Dead. Alright. We have one person who's staggered, but they're not even being attacked, so it's fine. You fool. 2, 4, 3, 5. Just go all out. Better dodge. Did not fully block, but that's fine. They're staggered now. Slash. Slash. And now they're stunned for the finale. Let's get them. Slash. And we win. Nice. Curtain call for the reception of those Y crew members. Yeah, 5% chance to boost slash attack damage. So I saw section 6. I hope that was the only book we needed from this one, because we got a bunch of those. Complete an act after 3 librarians have reached emotion level 2 complete. Alright, so that one's taken care of. And we've unlocked the thing to get Zach's second book. Second librarian. Very good. Burn those. Good chance of getting the fixers page. Yep, makes sense. We got all 5 potential ones out of that. Endurance to all allies. Now, 2 extra damage on a clash win. Interesting. Next die is max value by 3. That's right. I remember that one. That one was nice. Cool. I want to know what book you can get during a fight, like the enemy's token on the enemy's team's emotion level. That's right. I remember that last time. Makes sense. Yeah, so we can do that one, but let's do next thing first. Let's make sure that he's geared up. Nah, he's still got default page. Can fix that. This better than what we got down there? No, but people are already using those good cards. Pages. Be better than the random grunts for sure. Sure. Combat pages. No, we're out of those. That's why. Yeah. Strong strike. That's a lot of damage. Sure. And some 2s. That fire is pretty powerful, I feel like. Good defensive options though. 1-7 dodge. 6 defense. 1-9 dodge. That one's fun. I like that. 1-6 block, counterattack. 1-7 dodge. That one's pretty solid. Has better reliability. Like a good... Oh no, we need some 1-pointers now. We're not running out of light. There. It's a 4-5, that's pretty reliable damage there. Zero pointer for adding. And then let's get you your outfit back. Some cards, yeah. Nice. Cool. Now we can do your Abno. Ah! Fragment of the Universe, that's right. I remember this one. Incomprehensible. Deals double stagger damage from all sources. Interesting. And then it is endures all damage types, so it is weak to stagger. Okay, so this is a stagger fight. That's the gimmick. 4A damage for 0 light cost. That's enlightenment to target's hand. Interesting. Or 8. Okay, has a decent chance of blocking it. Has a low chance of dodging, but if we roll well, we can completely dodge it. Let's try the defense. 5. Oh, that's not great. Nope. We get a counterattack. Alright, and added enlightenment to our own hand. While in hand, decreases max stagger resistance by 50%. So while we have this, we take twice as much damage for being staggered. Or twice as much stagger damage, I'm assuming. That's terrifying. And we can play this, but then we don't get a counterattack. We just block their hit. Try it. Yep. We do recover HP when we win the clash, though. So that's nice. Deals 0 damage to target has enlightenment in hand. Oh, okay, so that's the gimmick. So if I hadn't spent that, then I would ignore the actual attack. I see. Interesting. Good to know. Okay, 482424. 5-7. Decent chance of beating that one. 3-4 will be the 2. Might beat the 2-4. I think that's my best option here. 4, I can beat that. Yep, nice. 3, I can probably beat that. I can tie. Okay. So I'm not coming out ahead, but that could have been worse. Alright. Try to defend against that, and then counterattack. 7, nope. Ouch, and we're staggered. Unfortunate. Okay, but enlightenment is in our hand, so do we just ignore this? Nice. Okay. So effectively we gotta ignore that stagger phase. That's not bad. So can I beat the 4-8 without spending enlightenment? Uh, 110 dodge has Luigi's Mansion 2 really went places. Yep. As you know, halfway through Luigi's Mansion 2, it suddenly becomes a horrifying turn-based coin flip game. If you want to light him here, you stagger the boss. That's true. As it should. Mm-hmm. I don't have enough light for that anyway. Now I do. Okay. 4-8, and then 2-4, 2-4. Alright, come on, dodge. That's a 6. Alright. Thanks to hydrate. Ah, dang it. Okay, it's staggered though. Alright. What can I do for 2 points to whale on this thing? 2-4, a 2-6, a 3-5, 3-5. Okay, that's probably my best bet here. 4-5, and we'll do 3-5, 3-5. Nice, and set it on fire. He's got 4 stacks of burn. Alright, classic 4-8. Try the 1 night. No, I can't. I only have 1 light left. 2-6 could win. Unlikely. 6. Oh wow. Cool. I'll take it. It only takes the damage from the burn. We got 2 light again. Don't have enlightenment, so we gotta beat the 4-8 now. Five, 7 might. No, that's 3 points. Struggle. This game you never know. Yep. Alright, well we lose that one. Ouch. Lock that one. Eye on that one. Alright, we got 1 point, so that only leaves these 2 cards. On the 4-8, yep. I'm the only one that kind of has a chance. Nope. Staggered. Yep, we do have enlightenment. So this does no damage to me. Okay. What else can I do against a 4-8? Get enlightened, scrub. Yep. I got 1 point of light anyway. 2-6 could. He rolls low. Oh wow, look at that. Perfect. And then we get to blow off this attack. This one's really for fun. Let's try to... Oh, we don't have 3 light yet. Sure. Block. Flash. So this one wants to add enlightenment. We're already enlightened. Let's try to... Oh, we can't burn him. I keep forgetting that I'm out of light. 2-3. That's not going to do anything. 1-6 good. Now that's a 6. We're staggered again. But we take no damage, so it's fine. Yep. I still have enlightenment. It feels like it's a lot scarier than it actually is in practice. In actuality, we're pretty set. Now we've got 2 enlightenment cards, so that's free. Free deflect. Now he's gonna do all of them, but we still have another enlightenment card. Now this is just a fun free clash. Dagger's got 1 HP. Alright, bring it home. Doesn't really matter, but... There we go. Victory! Expression of Fragment of the Universe complete. That was a fun gimmick. Sir, you gotta wake up. You're gonna get sick if you sleep on the floor. And Zack once again casts a glimpse at Roland while still lying on the floor, before turning back again. The smell. This thing rolling around on the floor. Don't tell me. Beer can. Where the heck did you get this? This is the library, Roland. Construction from the light of possibilities. Anything's possible as long as you've got the book. Are you sure you're sorting the books well? Seemed okay at receiving guests, at least. Now it's the pile of books next to him. Really? You sorted them all? Let me see if that's... Books are almost randomly scattered across the floor. I don't think that counts as sorting. Here, have a drink. Hey, you got manners at least. Let me take a sip if you insist. I never guessed I'd get the chance to drink beer in this place. Boy, how I miss the sparkling softness. Good stuff, eh? Sure is, brother. So, how's work been going? It's been going, somehow. Not that I'm satisfied with it, though. What's your biggest complaint at the moment, then? I have to take someone else's life with my hands. It's either you or them, ain't it? That's why I have to fight. And that's what I don't like about it. Probably have to kill even more people as time goes by. Doesn't matter if it's a saint or the scum of the earth. Everyone wants to live all the same. I'm picking up what you're putting down. It's no different out there, really. People are hurting killing others because they don't want to be hurt themselves. Take others' lives so you can keep yours. Bit too obvious, maybe? I guess so things were in the outside world. Where are you from, by the way? The Nest? The back streets? I know, I'm feeling tipsy. All I remember for sure is that I worked at Lobotomy Corp. Must have been in a pretty sweet spot, working in a megacorp like that. You really think so? Yeah, of course. They're bound to envy anyone who gets to join a wing. You have a lot of cash, welfare is nice, and you get social status too. Believe me, working for Lobotomy Corp is not a fun time. Ask me how I know. Yeah, that's what they always say. Let's just forget about all that for now and drink some more. Alright, gotta drink while I can. You gotta be kidding. This is Library of Ruina, new abnormality pages, emotion level threshold is increased to level 2. Yep. Tales from the Beyond. Deal 5-10 stagger damage to all enemies. All allies recover 5-10 stagger resist. Ah, that's nice. Just instantly, potentially break stagger if they're low. Successful pierce attack reduces the max stagger resist of the target by 5% up to 50%. That one's less useful, but it could be useful against a really tough enemy. A one-sided attack, inflict one feeble and disarm next scene at a 50% chance. It increases by 10% for each successful attack. 3 times per engagement, excludes mass attacks. Interesting. I got some of the best Abno pages in the game. And that one seems pretty nice, at least. Weatherby. Hi, Weatherby. Let me outfit you with upgraded pages. Oh, you need combat pages too. retaliate. Any good defenses for 2 points? The 1-9 is not terrible. And a decent attack. 5-6, that's pretty nice for consistency. Oh, that'll work. And then some nice ones for light regeneration. Law and order. Straightforward bleed, sure. Alright. Honestly, they look pretty chill. I'll leave them as is, appearance-wise. Alright, Weatherby, welcome to the team. Alright. Complete a reception without losing any librarians. Oh, that'll be easy. Cool. I guess back to regular invitations. Yeah, we don't have any books for that, because it's an app now. South, section 6. Local Lulu, local Myers. Because we're calling back to his teammates, aren't we? We have a lineup of the search team. You two are in, son, Julia. Finally heading back to the library. Yeah, let's go retrieve the books of Mars and Lulu and come back safely. Don't forget, while our main objective has been decided as retrieving the books of Mars and Lulu thanks to the coincidence of interest between San and the Association, we should still try to secure as much information as possible. And we should collect as many books as we can. I noticed Project Moon tends to write really long run-on sentences like that. A quirk of their... I'm not sure if it's their writing or their localization. But definitely something that could be improved. It'd be hard to read out loud sometimes. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I know it's a silly question to ask, but why is an association specializing in peacekeeping and security, deciding to set up a search team of all things to enter the library? Someone says a similar issue at times. Yeah, it makes sense. I assume it's all the same team. Why did you come begging to us in the first place if you knew all that? That's because this was the only place I could count on. What about your younger brother? My brother is... Never mind. Once again, I'm sorry for the trouble. Thanks again for the help. Son. Anyway, since you're running an affiliate office, I suppose it's okay to tell you this. A distortion phenomenon, classified as an urban nightmare. Sure you've at least heard of it, even if you haven't seen it yourself, right? It's an anomaly that has been happening throughout the city ever since the White Nights and Dark Days. White Night? Frequency may be low, but people are turning into monsters at random, and each individual occurrence is a huge pain to deal with. Yeah, I know. The pianist, the first reported case of this phenomenon, ended up killing 80% of District 9's population. And I know that reference. So what are you on a Dark Days, Abno? And when you put it like that, you figure there's gotta be one eventually, right? I heard that it was so sudden, the Hana Association had to dispatch one of the colors immediately after realizing the severity of the situation. I wonder if the pianist thing was just to set up like a potential future like spin-off or plot point. I wonder if that's gonna come up in either Limbus at some point, or if they're gonna do another spin-off. That's right. We still don't have any clues to track down the cause of this phenomenon. Most we have is the sudden disappearance of L-Corp, and the White Nights and Dark Days, whose starting point was in the corporation's nest. It's only been used in exposition. Yeah, you mentioned that last time. I suspects that the library may be one of the keys to understanding the distortion phenomenon. Coworker told me a similar story. Said a resident in the area they were peacekeeping was suddenly distorted, transformed into a four-legged beast, even though there weren't any signs of danger or anomaly nearby. Thankfully, they managed to take care of that creature before the death toll could hit 2 digits. I also heard that a restaurant clerk turned into a man-eating sandwich monster? Something like that, one time. I think I understand now. So the distortion phenomenon is a clear and apparent threat to Spy's peacekeeping activities, and I expect the library to hold a clue for resolving it. You got that right. Fortunately, there haven't been any cases of the phenomenon that's nearly as devastating as the pianist so far. Looks like Zwei is going to keep an eye out for the library for a while. There are several other suspects they need to investigate as well, so we won't be getting any high-grade fixers. There's more than enough help. Thanks, Isadora. I said I'm just doing my job. It's not like I'm doing you a favor or anything, Baka. Sure you are. You have my thanks as well, Isadora. Let's get to it. Is that really true? What is? The things they said about the library. Is this place really all connected to stuff like White Nights and Dark Days, L-Corp, and distortion phenomenon? Frankly, not even sure where we are in the city, though. What if I said it is? You said it is. Not sure I get what you mean. It's extremely rare for an incident to encompass the city like the White Nights and Dark Days did. There have been some cases of wings falling apart on their own, but those only affected their own nests at most. L-Corp is something else entirely. It's like the whole city fell asleep for a week. Let's say the library really is related to the White Nights and Dark Days. What does that change? Nothing, I guess. My work is still going to be the same. So this is the library. Transportation method is almost like a singularity. Yeah, the director of the library will soon come and greet us. Angela, was it? Greetings, dear guests. I like the snapping sound. Greetings, dear guests. I am Angela, director and librarian of my role's namesake. It appears that you already know who I am. I'm here to take back the books of Mars and Lulu. They're here indeed. We can get the books we want, or die and turn into books ourselves, right? That is correct, as it is written on the invitation. It's like I'm talking to a wall. She's so robotic. May you find your book in this place. Alright, there's 2 acts. Up to 3 floors to defend with. Even though we just upgraded Zack, I feel like Roland's squad is still probably going to be better for now. We can fall it back if we lose. Alright. I don't know why the camera's so zoomed out. Okay. Now Bong Bong's getting ganged up on. These guys rolled 2s, we can peel them off. Bong Bong. Alright, so Roland, what do you got here? They're doing a 2-4 defense, 3-5 slash. I'm gonna do a 2-6 defense. And then a 2-5 defense. And then a 2-6 counterattack. That should be basically free. Alright, and then they're doing a 3-5 and a 3-4. No 5-6. I'll counter that. And a 2-3 could counter the second attack, we'll see. Alright, that back attack. That card is so annoying. Do a 1-8 dodge, and then a 2-3, 1-4. Something that's going to reliably beat that. 3-6 or a 3-5. 3-6 is the best chance of beating that first roll. 2-6 should be able to block one of the other attacks. There we go. We beat that. And we don't tie on that, but that's fine. We lose that defense. We lose that defense. That's unfortunate. We do get the free attack off. So 4, we can beat that. Nice. We do 3, 6. Perfect. Reduce the slashing damage on Roland as usual. I rolled a 1 on his speed die. Won't do much good there. You're just gonna have to take 2 attacks. Or one of you is gonna have to take 2 attacks. Theoretically, it could be either one. So you got the best defensive options though. There's individual 3-6 slashes. We might be able to... And it's still full, mostly full health. It'll be fine, but we can still reduce incoming damage here. 4, 5... And it's got the same average. 1, 7 is an average of 3.5. That's not going to be ideal. 3, 5, forcing a 3, 6. I think we just gotta gamble on it. And in the meantime, I'm gonna wail on someone here. Same. Just, got 3 stagger left. Yeah, just F him up. 110 dodge. Stop doing that. Rude. And a 4, 5 and a 3, 4. Try that. Gotta roll well. Wait, they rolled better. Rest in peace. Yep. 5. Up tie? No, we don't. We gotta counterattack. Alright, now Roland. Take him out. Nice. Now they're low and staggered. Alright. Evangeline's not doing great. Both my frontliners are about to be staggered. That's a 3, 6. We should be able to beat that. Something. Maybe not. 2, 4. Not great odds. 1, 6. It's much worse than a 3, 6. I just gotta hope that they roll poorly or we roll well here. Alright, we've gotta do 10 damage to this person. Do that, inflict some bleed if that doesn't take him out. And then 1A dodge. Classic. What if we counter with our own 1A dodge? That's a 6. Darn. Dodge! Nope. That's fine. Whatever. And we're staggered. Rest in peace. Kill them, though. May not get that achievement for not losing anyone. Increase max HP, sure. I don't think that healed her proportionally. I think that just increased her max. Oh, never mind. Okay, well we can stagger this person. And we can peel this guy off. Perfect. Alright, 2-4 defense, 3-5 attack. 3-4 should beat that. 3-4 defense, 3-5 attack. 4-5 defense. How about that? Just roll better. Worst case, just go fight rats. Yep. Nice. Roll better and they're staggered. Oh, bad dodge. It'd be nice if we didn't have to do an extra fight to get that achievement, but I'm sure we'll get it at some point. Even if we don't get to this particular fight. Okay. Can't peel this person. 3-4 defense, 3-5 attack. 3-5, 3-6. That should do better. And 2-6 might be able to counter that attack. And you've got 16 health left, so you're going to take a couple hits to kill here. That should do a lot, though. Three and tie, that works. Nice. Selected. Dead. Last enemy. Okay. And they're attacking Roland, who is best equipped to defend himself. That's perfectly fine. Got so much light. I'll do our 3-pointers. Alright. 1A dodge, and then some weak attacks. Yep, sounds about right. We'll just keep spamming attacks until we break through that dodge. We do, first roll, perfect. Staggered. Attack, 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 attack. Murdered. Nice. Act 1's curtains close on the floor, general works. And now we got Act 2. Alright, and they're weak on health, so we probably want to switch to another group. On Julian's Y crew. Hey Garrick, how's it going? I don't have Isabel geared out, I just realized. So we are gonna go with Zach and Weatherby's team. I was just trying to figure out what caused the crash. Oh, that sucks. That's not ideal. I like how his music is all chill. That's fun. Alright, we got Julia, Sun, and his white crew. Sun on a Clash Win boosts the max value of the next die by +3 at a 25% chance. Julia slash damage +1. Okay, cool. Alright, well, let's peel off Julia. The OST is quite good. It's very catchy. 1-6 dodge, 1-6 slash, 3-4 defense. We can do 2-6. 4-5. 4-5 is pretty good. Let's try that. Okay, and then I think we go with the dodge just to try to block some of this. And 1-8 dodge, 2-4 dodge, or defense. Or 3, dang it. 3-4 doesn't. He rolled with max damage on that. That sucks. Okay. 4. Man, low rolls. All 3 of those are ties. That's funny. 5-10 stagger damage to all enemies. Don't mind if I do. Oh, look at that. This Y crew's staggered already. How much damage are you gonna do? 1-4, 1-4. I can take that. Maybe we just eat this to try to kill off staggered enemy. Almost. I still got 12 HP. It's unfortunate. Okay. That's a 110 dodge. 4. I don't have anything that can really do anything with that. Oof. Five, 6 is probably the best chance, but then we get hit by the follow-up 2 attacks. 3, 5 has the best chance of hitting that second attack. We're at a statistical disadvantage, but we could roll well if we're lucky. Alright, 2, 4 defense, 3, 5 slash. Retaliate. Stop using retaliate! It's a good card, so stop using it. Let's try to defend maybe. Against, one is making more attacks. Rolled well on the dodge. Yep. Yep. Draw. Okay, that's fine. Nice. Actually defended that one. Lost the last attack. Well, that sucked. Okay. What is piercing attacks? We got a bunch of them queued up, sure. Now we get to the generic emotion music. Well, you have 1 stagger resist and there's nothing I can do to peel off you. Weatherby, I'm pretty sure you're dead here. Yeah, you got no defenses either. Rest in peace. It was nice knowing you. Holy shit. Okay, might be able to win that at least. Yeah, let's just try taking out Zweiker at least to make the next fight easier. Oh, nice! Good counter. They're staggered. Perfect. Staggered. Dead. Okay. I guess we roll well. Weatherby's still screwed, but... Let's imagine at some point the librarian's still scared of dying because Angela removes their memories of previously dying. Yeah, that makes sense. I remember that. Okay, we can peel off... I mean, I don't know if Zach can survive both these hits, but we can potentially save Weatherby here. What is 110 dodges? So annoying. Five, 7 might be able to beat that. Nice. And we draw. Big damage, we're staggered there. We're still alive, just at 6 HP. Yeah, okay. Well, it was a good effort. Good job, Zach, you tried. Unfortunate. Yeah, I think this is still our best bet. Yep, dead. Not quite staggered. Yep. Oh well. Okay, 1-9 dodge. You better you better manage this. Nice dodge. Nice dodge. And the dodge is gone. Staggered him at least. And now Julia kills us. Oh. You have 1 HP. Not expecting that. 1-6 dodge, 1-6 attack. I mean, pretty much no matter what that kills us, but 1 HP on a dream. And we don't go first, right? Because it goes in speed order. Is that a 5 or a 1? That's a 5. Does that mean we go first? Or does it resolve the clashes first? So if we go first, then we could potentially kill San. Or try to kill San. So the next team only has to deal with Julia. You don't clash, you'll go first. Alright. And we only have 2 light, so that kind of limits things. It doesn't really matter anyway. Still screwed. Now he's closer to dead. Okay. We've lost on that floor. Does this mean we have to use Buckleth? No, we select. Okay, yeah. Roland's team is low. I think Malkuth's... Oh, the other person's not geared up, never mind. So I guess Yasad's team... Okay. We've got... Yep, 110 dodge. Got a 1-6 dodge. That's a 1-pointer too. That's pretty good for a one-point card. Okay. Yeah, we're just dueling here. No stacking. Targeting. 3-7 is probably my best chance of getting past the block. Two 5 does not have great odds of blocking that second attack anyway. 3-4 would be the same odds. Try that. Now we can absolutely beat a 5-6 dodge with a... or 1-6 dodge with a 5-6. Gambling on the second attack, but that's fine. Oh, that's a 5. Ah, it's a draw, okay. I can take that. Roll 4. Dang it. Dang it. Draw. Dang. Net neutral. Well, actually not neutral, slightly worse than normal. Minimum value of all dice, I want to raise the maximum value by 3. That one's pretty good. Sure. I get annoying voice line. Alright. 110 dodge. Oh, 112 dodge. That'd be satisfying. I don't have any high value cards here. It's kind of unfortunate. I didn't think about that. Alright, 110. Not clash when you boost. Of course. 5, 3, 4. I think that's the only thing that kind of counters it. It's 3. I can roll better than a 3. Yes, I can. 4. I can roll better than 4, but I don't. Dang it. We're getting hammered. Jeez. Come on, guys. You need to roll better. Blunt attack. Either you do blunt attacks here. You got a couple. San is so low. We just need to not be losing these duels. 2-6. Or to 3-7. Probably 1 point higher on average. And a 2-6 slash. A 2-6 defense. 3. I rolled minimum on that die. Great. This might go to a 3rd floor at this rate. Need to actually hit things. And they're both attacking Assad. That's not great. Even use a 3rd floor for this reception? I think it said I had 3 floors available. So maybe that's like... I don't know if that's how many in total I can use or what. Didn't pay attention, so I don't know. Fair enough. 4-8. I can probably beat that dodge. That's a 1. That beats that. 2-7. Yeah, beat that. How many draws? Come on. Please do damage. There we go. San's dead. Book of San obtained. And a 2-6. 112, that's pretty good odds. Random, but who knows. She's not even close to being stunned. Stagger, what does she want? For Stagger, she wants to be slashed. Well, she doesn't want to be slashed, that's the point. 3-4 or 1-5. The 1-5. 6. Nice. Okay. Excellent. Alright, I would rather you attack. Go. 1-6 dodge, 1-6 attack. Attack. 3-4. Oh, but you got expanded ranges, that's right. We want to boost this. This should have a high chance of hitting. And then regardless, this is free damage. Oh, they only have 1 light. That simplifies the calculus quite a bit. 2-6. Yeah, 2-6. 1. 4 beats it. Book of Julia obtained. Fantastic. Victory. You can call for the reception as Y Association 1. I suppose it'll be as Y Association 2 then. Book of the Distortion. Interesting. Book of San, Book of Julia. Symbols gained.
도서관은 백의 흑주가 발생한
Library is located in the source of the White Nights and Dark Days.
그리고 그 중심지였던 엘사의
Touched up the headquarters of Elcorp, the center of it, for my own use.
그 이후 발생했다는 뒤틀림이라는
No comment to make on the distortion phenomena that apparently started occurring afterwards. Book of the Distortion is a unique book. If you lose it, you have to go win any fight to get it back. I see. Because we can't burn it, it's just used for invitations. Makes sense.
뒤틀림에 대한 확실한
So it is a pure story progression book. I have little to no information about that phenomenon either.
짐작은 가지만
Though I do have a guess. Oh, that came out of nowhere.
아까 전에 궁금하다며?
You were curious about it earlier, weren't you?
난 로보토미사에서
I was created as a mechanical secretary to assist the manager of the Lobotomy Corporation.
인간과 닮게 만들기 위해
I was designed to look like a human, feel emotions, and make evaluations and judgments based on those emotions.
네 말처럼
As you suspected, I was born in secret, violating the AI ethics amendment.
우습게도
I never got to make my own judgment, funnily enough. I had to read the same script over and over for 1 million years, all for the success of a single project.
주어진 어느덧 끝날 것 같지
A
않다.
play that never seemed to end finally concluded one day, and the White Nights and Dark Days happened as a result. Thanks for letting me know. I don't know who came up with that insane plan, but thanks to them, the distortion phenomenon started wreaking havoc on the city at random intervals. Ordinary people would turn into monsters all of a sudden, and they'd kill everything in sight. The first ever case of the distortion, boy, was that a hellscape. And without any oncoming sign in a district that everyone believed to be relatively safe. The massacre was a work of art, too. It was named The Pianist for a reason. What more could I say? Anyway, thanks for telling me all that. Must have been a sensitive topic to you.
예상보다 놀라지는 않아.
Not as shocked as I expected. Monsters created from the distortion did give off a suspiciously similar vibe to this library and its caretakers. Must have gone through a whole lot of distress in your life. Anyway, what comes next is the problem. What can we do to lure the Zwei here?
이 책을 쓰도록 해.
You can use this book.
나름대로
Try writing down the relationship between L Corp and the distortion phenomenon. It should be quite valuable to them under these circumstances. Oh, and then Malkuth needed the Book of Distortion. That makes sense. Complete recession without losing the librarians. We did not. Not do that one. Alright, we can burn some books first, though. Quite a few. Alright. We get Julia's page and San's page. Let's find out. Burned 100 books in total. Alexandria Simulator. Let's see what you did there. We did in fact get Julia's page and San's page. Excellent. Bunch of Retaliate cards. Yes, let's use those. Yeah, nice. Alright. Okay, then we had someone we didn't outfit. Who was that? You guys are set. Yeah, you got the Isabel here as the default. You can fix that. Yeah, Mars's page is just really good. Flash win. 757 slash damage +1. That's pretty solid. That seems like it could have higher highs. Alright, and then let's use that new Retaliate. We got 29 of them. Okay. Yeah, that was just nice. Good dodge. I'll pick up 2 of those, maybe. And 5-7 is good for winning flashes. Setting fire is fun. Defense, 1-9 dodge. That's pretty good. Alright, and then some 1-pointers and 0-pointers. That was nice. Oh. On defense, recover 2 HP. That's helpful. HUD. And with HUD, we run out of light pretty quickly, so we can... maybe have more 1-pointers and 0-pointers. Let's drop... drop the mutilate for... retaliate, and then drop... 5... 4/4 consistent. Nice. I've got harvesting for another 1-pointer maybe. Or even a 0-pointer. 2626. That one's a good one. This is just extra damage. Cool. And everyone else should be geared up, I think. Yeah, looks like it. Cool. Alright, Malkuth. Happy teddy bear. Oh boy. Can reduce the cost of nostalgic embrace of the old days by 1 after engaging in a clash. Okay. I don't know what that means yet. You are normal to everything, slightly weak to slashing. Okay. And you have very high speed, okay. 1 point of damage and then a lot of defense. Interesting. And winning clashes gives you bonuses. I got basically no chance of winning those 4/6s with anything. I just do that. Just ignore the defensive actions and just parry the first one. I don't know. For this one, should just be free damage here. Beat that. Oh, but the defense applies to the second attack. That makes sense. Nope. It's doing something. Same ability again, but it's got some kind of status effect on it now. I don't understand the gimmick yet. Doing damage to it. One hit, inflicts burn. Up the dice, inflict burn. Bleeding and paralyzed. Oh boy, 30 flat damage. Especially one after each class using other pages. Yep, okay. Oh, alright. On hit, stagger target automatically. So eventually he just gets the FU button. Got it. I see. Every time you trigger a clash, so it just don't clash. I see. Well, there's nothing I can do against the 30-30 attack, I don't think. Should survive the hit, since it's only one hit. It'll stagger, but shouldn't immediately kill. Can't do much damage on this turn. I don't think it matters. Now look at that, I didn't beat a 27. And then it does it again. Oh, okay, so it gets to just start steamrolling. That's horrifying. Okay, sure. It's gonna do it again, right? Yep, okay. So basically, if you want to win, just never trigger a clash ever. If you trigger a clash ever, you're dead. Yep. Okay. Good to know. Jeez. I don't lose books from that, right? They didn't say I did. You don't? Okay, good. We'll just... The person who's being attacked can just ignore things, I guess. Because then if I don't use books, yep. Leave affection 464646. Yeah, that was painful. So just doing nothing isn't really working either. That attack actually does do a lot of damage. We're out of light. Seven. Not the best I got. Inflicts 2 bleed on the clash. We're not clashing though. Oof. Just kill him with fire, maybe. More sixes are rough. Try to roll well in the dodges, maybe. Like that. Not like that. You're dead, Rhea. Okay. Good luck. Yep, that's it. Game over. Okay. Clearly I'm... Interesting. And it's not when it wins clashes, it's just engaging clashes boosts it. I don't have a say in the matter. That's so rude. Side of the character that's currently targeted? Yeah, but it does 3, 4, 6 attacks. Like, I can't just ignore that for 3 rounds or I'm dead. Threaten your pages to be resistant to slash. Okay, yeah, that's a good point. That's probably what I need to do. Dang, look, Malkuth's already basically dead off of a single turn. Keep doing that. I believe the character weak to slash was almost killed by a slash burst. Yeah. Do be like that. Okay, well, if I don't defend here, I am already lost the fight. There's only 2 characters here. I'm dead anyway. Yep. Teddy Bear is so happy to be here. We're staggered, and we're dead. So much freaking damage. Or 6 slash damage. Yep, and here we go. Goodbye. Oof. That is an interesting gimmick app, no? I think it's possible that we just burst it down before it gets that far into the fight, but absolutely cannot do it if Malkuth dies in 2 hits. Okay, my favorite, what do you currently have equipped so I can come back to it? There's Yun's page. Or better yet, I can upgrade you. Something that is... endures slashing? Anything endures slashing here? Mars does, okay. Is that literally the only page I have that resists slashing? It might be. I don't have to do it now, but it's unlocked. I want to. I think it's doable. We just do need to have better equipment. Okay. Well, I guess I can swap out Mars's page. We also got the speed dice on that. In that case, too. Okay. And then Hod needs a new setup. What did I have on the base? Keep the loadout. Yeah, okay, Ewan's page. Put that on Hod. Malkuth gets Mars. We'll try that. Alright, perfect. We get 2 free attacks here. Well, not free, but 2 attacks. Okay. Did I have any resistances? Flashing. You do that, and that. And you just don't do anything. Okay. Seems like the play. And we can ignore you on that die, and then attack on the second. Yep. Dang it. We went through at least. Yep, okay. We got 1 point, so let's use the 2 zero light abilities. You're staggered. Getting low. Dodge. Dang it. This is going relatively well. He's not nuking yet. Yeah, there's nothing. Fair enough. He's on fire and he's got 6 HP. 2 stagger left. Okay, he's nuking, but he's only gonna kill one of us. Goodbye, Rhea. The Malkuth can finish it. There we go. Okay, there we go. Puzzle boss solved through brute force. Just have more dice, it's that simple. Ooh, got a ton of books for you, Malkuth. By the way, I told you before that this is my 3rd life, right? Oh yeah, you've been thinking about your previous lives? By the way, I heard from Angela that this place is related to the Lobotomy Corporation somehow. Is that really true? It's not just related somehow. I was an AI in charge of the control team in Lobotomy Corporation. AI? As in artificial intelligence. Hold on a sec, you're an AI, just like Angela? Sorry, my wording was a little off. I wasn't a real AI. I was a human whose brain was restored for a second chance, if anything. Sheesh, I was worried for a second this place violated the AI ethics amendment even more than just one time. I'd burn down this place to the ground at any moment if that were the case. In the institution that manages the city? Yep, that head. Usually like to stay awfully quiet, but when they do have work, they're scarily thorough and quick about it. So I've heard, you know? You're so casual, aren't you? I thought we were having a serious conversation here. Alright, I gotta go listen to like a good jazz remix of the Library of Ruina main theme. Because like, they have so many different remixes of it in the game. I think a jazz remix would sound great. Whoops, sorry, I've gone through all kinds of stuff, so my priorities tend to be a bit unusual. It's not like I was trying to ignore what you were saying or anything, Malkuth. Sorry if it made you feel bad. You have a rather unique personality, Roland. It's all part of my survival strategy. Anyway, back to your past. You said you used to be the boss of the control team back in Lobotomy Corporation, right? Lobotomy Corp. That's right. Now I'm in charge of history here, as you can see. So I started out by tracing back in my own history, very, very slowly. You'd like to have a listen? Not a fan of long, convoluted stories. Hey, don't be such a mood killer. You're supposed to agree here. Well, why bother asking if you're gonna tell me the story anyway? You know what? You got me there. Anyways, I was ordered to work in Lobotomy Corp as the head of the control team, bearing all my flaws. I was given a role to play as soon as I woke up, not realizing who I truly was. With my heart still aching from the unresolved pain and regret from my past, almost about to burst. Just like that, I kept doing inhumane acts for Lobotomy Corp. I didn't even question what I was doing since it was all just work to me. Felt like a calling even. The only thing guiding me was a vague feeling that something went wrong because I didn't try hard enough. My twisted sense of effort pushed many into peril, forced others into following my selfish standards like a fretful child. Must have been rough for you, being told to work like that without knowing what you were getting into. Do your memories naturally come back after working in Lobotomy Corp for a while, or...? It's more like... It'd be more correct to say I was reminded of them. My life at Lobotomy Corp was actually my second. When my emotions finally erupted while working there, I can remember my first life. All the mistakes and faults I had made, and regret. I could understand why I had been so obsessed with trying hard. Turns out what I really wanted was recognition. Like, I'm trying so hard, I'm a useful person. I never knew how to stand up without leaning on someone else. So I vented out all my emotions, the inner struggle that had been haunting me for so long finally dissolved. I found redemption for my first life during my second life. Alright, so let me get this straight. You did something wrong, which you regretted so much, and died. Someone came back to life and got another job. The big lump of regret in your heart eventually got resolved in a turn of events. Guess that's one way to put it. Hold on for a moment. Let's say that everything else makes sense since this is the city we're talking about. Who revived you and for what reason? Just to give you that enlightenment. Maybe, so I can let all my resentment and sorrow. And I can find redemption. Don't delude yourself, Malkuth. Whoa, jeez, you scared me for a sec. You listening to all of this? Your salvation was never in his interests. He only did it as a means to find his own redemption. I wasn't the one using you. It was him. He used all of you just to satisfy himself. Can't bear to hear any more of this nonsense. Angela? So I need you to fall asleep. What's with these faces? It's the rest you all longed for. Can't let you do that. We worked so hard to make this happen. Worked hard. How funny. Do you really call what you've done hard work? We're not going to sit still and let you take away our light. Our light? You're not the boss, and I would never listen to you even if you were. Of course you won't. Oh, he still has his coffee mug. Of course you won't. You're still loyal to that man. So yeah, this totally spoils all of Lobotomy Corp. Definitely glad I played this one, Lobotomy Corp first. I won't let you rob me of the meeting I finally found. No one is by my side as I expected. I feel so lonesome now. I shall stand by your side if no one else wills to. Damn it, Bina. Even in the end, this must be yet another consequence of his actions. I simply acknowledge all events as valid. I would have shed a tear of gratitude for you if I could. Feel free to act upon your wishes. Angela, a machine consumed by desires. You cannot take this path. I decide what I can or can't do now. You can't cling to Lobotomy Corporation forever. Aren't you interested in learning more about yourself? Or living your own life?
내 삶은
My life.
인류를
It was to save humanity.
그래서
That's why I could willingly sacrifice my life. It was for a greater cause.
바보 같게 짝이
What a bunch of idiots.
또 한 번.
There's another storm swept by.
제첫 번째 삶과 두 번째
Gave away my 2 previous lives trying to save people. I'm willing to do it again for a 3rd time.
인류를 위해
I said all those hardships and trials for the sake of humanity.
롤랑도
Do we look like idiots to you too, Roland?
나야.
It sounds like I know enough of the details. I don't get this whole saving humanity thing either. If that's what you sincerely hope for, who am I to judge?
당연히 진심이죠.
Of course I'm sincere. Please leave me be for a bit. I need some time to think.
그래 보이네.
Alright, you do look like you need some rest. Remember, deep breaths, okay?
그리고
Oh, and you don't have to be too courteous with me when we talk. Just thought I'd let you know. Yeah. Alright. By winning a clash, deal bonus stagger damage equal to the dice's value at a 20% chance. Choosing the same target multiple times will increase the likelihood. A page with the highest cost in hand is chosen. Using pages with the same name will decrease the cost of every copy of that page the character currently owns by 1. Ooh. So, finish the deal with a bunch of 2-pointers and drop it down to 1 point. And, or if you have a bunch of the same 3-point cards, does that stack? Every time you use a page of that, so you could eventually get a 3-pointer down to a 1-pointer? That'd be pretty crazy. You have the same card, it should. Ooh, interesting. There's some really good 3-pointers. And display affection. All dice gain 1/2 power in a clash. All dice lose 1/2 power in a one-sided attack. I mean, that just seems like straight up useful in most situations. Usually you're clashing. Worry not, the biggest Ruina hater on the planet is here. Alkamoshu. So I'm guessing that's your opinion on the game. Alright, fair enough. We have any objectives completed. We have viewed the 3rd episode of Melka's story. So we just got main progression books, I'm guessing. Story good, gameplay bad. That's fair. Alright, that was an Abno, so we don't have any books to burn. Okay. So I guess we can do the next invitation then. There's a 3rd rank. Right, I guess there was the boss. Who sent Julian-san to die. Music very good. I agree with that. Enjoying the music so far.
그렇습니다, 부장님.
Isadora.
산과 줄리아는 귀환하지 못했습니다.
Yes, sir. I'm afraid San and Julia couldn't make it back.
추가 지원을
Requesting additional support. Isadora. What do you think the purpose of the library is?
지금까지의 정보에 따라
And the information we've gathered so far, it's the accumulation of knowledge. Yeah, this game is voice acting, yep, but only in Korean. Accumulation of knowledge, you say?
도서관은 거래를 제시하고
Library simply offers a deal. It has no influence on the outside world. It only rewards or punishes those who have entered.
보상과 벌을
You needed it for a stream, took a year break, and when you came back just assumed it had none? That's fair.
승자는 원하는 책을 얻고
Winner can get the books they want, and the loser becomes a book that the library wants. Any linkage to the distortion phenomenon?
뒤틀림 건
That is unclear, sir.
하지만 어렴풋이
My instinct suggests that it has to be related to the phenomenon somehow. Why is that?
도서관의 초대
The invitation to the library, its books, and the beings called librarians that reside there. All elements of the library are similar to what we've seen at the distortion.
그 어떤 방법으로도
Common feature is that it's impossible to observe them for an analysis of their constituents or components.
관측이 되지 않기 때문에 비교 분석
You cannot carry out a comparative analysis because of this. But this inability to observe itself can be considered a common trait. It's not like you to make such baseless claims, is it? Section 6 will not needlessly obsess over the library. There's simply too much uncertainty for us to recklessly jump into the case. That's why Association gets hundreds of requests every day. A fair number of them are allocated to us in Section 6. I'm sure you understand that your claims are not compelling enough to make us give up all these requests in favor of the library.
알고 있습니다.
I'm aware, sir. Yeah, here you are, requesting additional manpower for investigating the library. Are you sure you aren't simply using the alleged linkage to the distortion as an excuse to get your revenge on the library, or retrieve the books of your colleagues? Even as we speak, syndicates like the Carnival are chewing up people's guts out in the open. The likes of the musicians of Bremen are making modern art pieces out of innocent citizens. There are yet more insane individuals looming over the city, no? And our duty is to protect our clients from such shade in the city, is it not?
알고
You're right, sir. Remember the slogan of our association? Is anyone in the city an innocent civilian? I'm sure someone at some point started out innocent. Somewhere. Your shield, sir. Exactly. Our role is to be a trusty shield for our client. So don't put down that shield without good reason, got it? You may leave now.
예.
Will do. Isadora?
예.
Yes? Do you happen to put this invitation in my drawer?
아니요.
No, sir. I haven't received any new invitations yet. Where's the current risk level of the library?
아직은 도시 전설이
It's currently resting at the Urban Legend class, and has been slowly rising with every new report. Now I see. The Book of Distortion, is it? They've been using irresistible bait like this to attract their victims, haven't they? Things are rather smoothly thanks to your book. It's not something we get from any of the guests we've had so far. Simply offer them what they needed the most at the moment, and better than anyone at understanding the situation at hand, coming up with an appropriate response. Precisely, ma'am. You surely did come up with a perfect solution to lure out the Zwei. Heck, if you can print out books right away, wouldn't it be nicer to just make a whole lot of them ourselves? I only write books about the things I know. I need more time to write another one, too. Most nest dwellers probably are. That's fair. Oh, they definitely have the potential to not be. Oh, I see. So can I ask for your publications from time to time, then? I'm willing to cooperate, since you're doing your job as my assistant. Just don't pester me too much. Sure thing, ma'am. Your servant such as I wouldn't dare commit such atrocities bothering our Mistress Angela, oh no. Do you think this will work out well? The director of a section in an association like the Zwei should be more than enough as our next step. Information he holds has got to be on a whole nother level from what we've collected so far. It's been quite a while since I worked in the field. You haven't had any field work in a while too, no?
네, 그렇습니다.
You're right, sir. If we can get this case resolved, we can finally get out of Section 6. It's nice to be finally collecting information about the distortion directly from the source, instead of having to get my hands dirty engaging with those lowly syndicates. Neither of us should rot in Section 6 for the rest of our lives, wouldn't you agree?
예.
Yes. You can have revenge for your colleagues, get a lead on the distortion phenomenon, and aim for a higher position all at the same time. How fascinating is that?
이상하리만큼
Everything seems to fall into place too conveniently. Greetings, dear guests. I am You must be Angela, director and librarian of your role's namesake, right?
네.
Indeed. It's just as you said. I've seen reports about you, but is it true that you're a machine, not a human? My, staying quiet won't hide it, girl. A machine must behave as a machine. Made quite a huge deal out of your little library. It's rather troublesome to have a non-human like you cause a fuss this big, you know?
월터 과장님. 괜히
Sorry, I don't think we should provoke her any further. You can find your book in this place. Shut up and put up. Alright, 2 acts, 2 floors available. Okay, that sounds right. Oh, we forgot to equip the new librarian. Whoops. That would have been a good thing to do. Unfortunate. I guess we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we can't change their outfits out. Well, we can back out. We can't do it from there now. Well, we can back out, apparently. Awkward. Alright, give me a Julia's page. How about? For variety. Retaliate. Pretty good of those. Fire. dodge. And some 1-pointers. 1-6. Place my flaming bat. Some 0-pointers. That'll work. And we have any battle symbols. Pierce damage, 1% chance. Oh, that's pretty weak. Oh. There we go. Now we're equipped. So now we can go do that invitation again. Good thing this doesn't spend the books. That'd be awkward.
그렇습니다, 부장님.
See all this? Here we go. Alright. So let's lead with Malkuth's then. Okay. Everyone's ganging up on you. Alright, you can intercept one of them. 1-6 or a 2-3, 2-4, 3-5. Three 5 definitely beats that. Should beat that too. Then he gives a 0-pointer on. Oops. Yeah, that's fine. On the same person, and you're getting no clash, so just damage. Keep ganging up on the same person, maybe. Alright, and you got a bunch of attacks. You know, let's burn that 110 dodge, how about? Right away. Neither of them are attacking first. 2-2-2-6. 4-2-6. Challenge that one. 4. Okay, neutral. That's fine. Dang it, roll low there. Roll better there though. Fair trade. 4, 3. Okay, yeah. 3, 4. Lots of back and forth here. And then he's exchanged again. Okay. That's 110. That's retaliate, yep. Classic. Try to out-dodge the dodge. Bert, that's pretty weak. 2-4 defense, 3-5 attack. Oh yeah, we can just beat those head to head. Alright, can we dodge a 4? No. Can we dodge a 5? Yes. Can we dodge a 4? No. Aw, come on, Venom. Oh. Staggered though. Almost dead. I dodge, slash. And dead. Excellent. We have options. And well, I don't think we really have very many people with duplicate cards, so we'll make a gimmick build for that later, maybe. Okay, that's 2-4 defense, 3-5 attack. I got points to spend. Which is a 3-6. I roll there on the 112. I just burn both, trying to take out that one person. Oh. 5. Nope. Here's still free 4 damage. And staggered. Staggered. Nice. Sure. Bonus for winning clashes. The music just keeps changing every turn. Okay. They're both staggered. So just, rush them. Three, 5, 1, 8, 3. We're out of cards from Malkuth. Two down, one about to die. He's drawn a single card. Alright, doesn't really matter, we just need to land some hits here. Nice. That was an easy Act 1. Probably even continue with the same group. We didn't lose too much HP. Okay, Walter needs Adora. Flash Tiger damage +1. Ah, he's got the +1 speed die. I want that. +1 to defensive dice. Okay. Or evenly matched in action economy. I want you to hijack this. That's a 2-4 and then a 3-5. One 8 dodge, hit that. Alright, and that is a 3-4 and some defenses. And just blow away that first one, and then after that it doesn't matter. There's gonna be a clash. I beat that. Tie on that. Beat that. Beat that. Tie on that. 3 damage. Ouch. Dodge that. Slash. Malkuth gets more damage for free on Walter. Nice. Not bad. One round and 2 of them are already half health. Okay. place. Okay. We can beat Walter, we can stun him. Should beat that. 2-4 defense, 3-5 strike. 2-6 defense. 13. Okay, I can't beat that. Whoops. Oof. Okay, he's tough. A little bit of damage in that turn, but that definitely not in our favor. Rolled all ones. Just about. Ah, rocks! Thanks for the raid! Welcome, raiders. Let's see if I can do a shout out from here. It's been a long time. Don't have a raid message? Nice. Raid messages are rated. Is Hawkbar anything like a crowbar? From the same family, roughly. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, Hawkbar is to hawk in the way crowbar is to crow. I think that's a good way of putting it. Hi, Chips. Hi, Carrick. Hi, Rux. There we go. How's it going? What were you up to? I don't have a Nightbot or anything, so I can't do a shout out that shows what you were playing. You can put that to go to Hawkshead at the third time. Yep. I do mumble a lot. Like Diablo 2's new DLC, nice. Diablo 2? Isn't that an older game? Because Diablo 3 was the recent one, right? Act 3 melted your brain. Nice. Good melt or bad melt? Diablo 4 is recent? Ah, right, Diablo 4. 25-year anniversary updated 2.4 and Immortal. That's fun. I like that. It always bothered me that games kind of release and then never get touched again, even if they're pretty good engines for building on additional features on top of. It is Hawk. Hi, Max. How's it going? Bad Melter Crowbar versus Hawkbar would have come to you sooner. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, hopefully you can give your brain a rest then. Oh boy. Both of these are attacking Rhea. That's not good. Blizzard's in trouble. They had to update the best Diablo game. Fair enough. Try that. Kind of just screwed either way, but. Yep, okay, that's a 7. Oh. Okay, we did 1 point of damage. Project Moon games, man. Music is a bop. Music is absolutely the best part of the game, for sure. They got so many different remixes of the main theme, too, which is fun. I love different arrangements. You're out of cards. That's not good. Moons are hit or miss for gameplay, but the OST is amazing. Yep, I would agree with that assessment. Roll 4. I beat this as a 2 to 6. I can beat that. Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's do that. That's 1 to dodge. That's fine. You're out of cards. Yep, you're staggered. You... Not dead yet, dang it. Ria's dead. Oh, we got Walter. Okay. 1 for 1. Radiant's HP is at 20% or lower, you 30% of the target's max HP is damage, and inflict 1/3 burn, then die. That's right. The suicide bomb card. Might as well. Okay. Isadora, she's got so little health left, but we gotta dodge all this first. 1-7 dodge. A little bit lower than even odds. Worth a try. The 3-4 defense, that's not going to be good enough. Yep, okay, just do that. 3. Okay, we drew, that's fine. That's gonna take damage. We did bang him check, okay. Book of Isadora. Excellent. And now it's 2-on-1. Really, 2.5-on-1. Okay, this will hijack. You're doing a 2-4 defense, 3-5 attack. Oh yeah. You can easily make light work of that. And that's just free damage. We stole the flashback, did we? Sure. And staggered. Free damage. Once more. Wrap things up. Alrighty. Victory. Current call for Y Association 2. In Book of Lobotomy Corporation. That tracks. What does it mean to behave as a machine? Boy, not that topic again. Someone I used to know loved to say that phrase. Like I told you before, making machines with emotions or sapience is forbidden. Even if one were to be made, the head has long since settled the ethical implications and all that. That means they've decided on a solid answer for the long-standing question. How is a machine with emotions different from a human? Like a Lobotomy Corp works like the Book of Distortion. That makes sense. I figured that. Answer being, even if a machine carries emotions and intelligence, and is nearly identical to human in every aspect, it is still a machine by birth. Machines should always be below humans. Therefore, it is now forbidden to create sapient machines as they can disrupt the proper judgment of societal values. Furthermore, all existing sapient machines may be subject to termination, regardless of ownership. In short, machines are machines and humans are humans. Machines exist solely to serve humans, is what they're saying. I already don't need you anymore. That's absolutely not true. You're constantly pointing out things that I'm missing. All day today, all stream. That's the mindset people in the city decided to have. Where would human brains stuffed in heaps of scrap metal belong? Those that still technically count as humans. Some might consider them defiled, and others might look down on them, but the brains themselves are natural. You know what I'm saying? What about an electronic copy of a human brain? That would be a machine, since it's not born human. To be frank, I don't really get these standards either. I guess birthright matters to them the most. Maybe it's a defensive reaction, born out of the urge to preserve humanity as a species. That's unfair. Nothing is ever fair in this world. You're right, but it seems everyone's lives with a share of unfairness they must... Seems everyone lives with a share of unfairness they must bear. Now you're talking like a city dweller. Alright, we unlocked some stuff, but I gotta get going. We're 15 minutes over. Well, thanks to the raid again. Rox, thanks for stopping by. Oshu, Yazu, Carrick, and of course, Nono. And Chips and Max. You're still here. Thanks for chatting. Now let's find a raid target. Thanks for stream. No, thank you for being here. I am planning on doing another stream tomorrow. Probably based on the occasion. I'll do some, maybe like an Outer Wilds stream. There have been some Outer Wilds things I'm meaning to do. So yeah, hopefully get a stream in tomorrow. And yeah. See you all next time. Let's see. Well, I just dropped Raid to Raider. Someone else is online. Alright. Thank you all for stopping by. Hope you have a great week. I'll see y'all next time. Have a good one.